Hollywood. It's everybody's game of strategy, knowledge, and fun. It's Tic Tac Dough. And now, here's our host, William Martindale.
Well, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bob Hilton. Hello, everybody. On the last show, we had to stop right in the middle of the game. And first of all, we're going to meet our players, and we'll rejuvenate that game and get it revved up once again. Here's our current champion.
Our current champion has winnings the total in cash and prizes, $6,900. He's an attorney whose interest includes scuba diving and writing. Meet Mark Line One. And his opponent is a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force who enjoys golf, running, and rock and roll music. Meet Ron Morris.
Ron, when you first joined the service, became involved with the military, is there a certain way they tell you to salute? Because every military man I have on the show, they always seem to do it a different way. And of course, I'm always wrong. I do it with my left hand. I wouldn't get by very far with that, would I?
No, you wouldn't. There is a way, and they take 6 weeks to teach us how.
Yeah? How do you do it? Give me the official salute. Some of them just kind of do that, you know, but how are you supposed to do it?
Straight arm at the elbow, straight hands, up, and then back down.
I don't think you did that right, Ron. He asked me a question backstage just before we walked out here that nobody's ever asked me before, and I'm glad to know that what we do on Friday's show is finally catching on with somebody. He said, "Don't care whether I win or lose. What's your hat at the end of the show today?" I said, they never tell me until just before I put it on, otherwise they know I won't put it on. It's embarrassing. I'll let you wear it today, okay?
I just hope I'm here.
Okay, Ron. That's right. It could not happen. It might not happen, but good luck. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Wayne.
Mark is our young attorney. How old? You're young enough. I can ask you. How old are you, Mark?
You want to take a guess?
I would guess you as being probably either 9 or 10. Well, give or take a few years. I was never good at guessing ages.
You're close, Wayne, but actually it's 32.
I wouldn't do very well in the carnival guessing ages, would I?
I don't think so.
32 years young. Well, when you get to be 100, you're going to look, oh gosh, not a day over 90. I mean, you have got that young look. You have won thus far $6,900 in cash and merchandise. And I get it. You know, Air Force people, when they appear on Tic Tac Dough, seemingly always do well. Don't mean to put the pressure on you, but you've seen that happen before.
I've seen it, but we'll see if it continues.
Let's see right now. Here we go. Let's take a look at the categories on the board, and then we'll begin, all right? Here are the subjects for this game: TV roles, presidents, boxing, foods, fads and follies, foreign authors, potluck pictures, famous pairs, and zoology. On the last show, the game was interrupted, and this is what the board looked like for Mark and Ron. Well, there's only one X on the board for Mark, and the O in the center, a very important point for Ron. $500 in the pot as we begin shuffling the categories around. Mark, we get back to you, and if you'll begin, we're underway.
Okay. Let's go with...
Yeah.
Let's go with zoology.
Zoology, all righty. That's a subject that a lot of people stay away from on this show. Zoologists have identified over 1 million types of animals, Mark. Of these animals, over 700,000 are the special study of entomologists. What type of animals are they?
They are insects.
Right. That's good for another X on the board. I don't blame you for picking zoology. You did it all right. Let's move the categories around. Another $200 in the pot. Ron, your turn to put a second O on the board.
I've got a block with presidents.
Yeah, you need that one in the worst kind of way. You're going to try to block Mark with the correct answer to this question on presidents. How many presidents have served during the 20th century? For a block, is it 9, 12, or 15?
9.
No, 15. 15 presidents have served during the 20th century. Let's shuffle the categories again. $700 remaining in the pot. Mark?
Well, I don't know about this Air Force jinx we've had on this program, so I'm going to go with famous pairs for a win.
In other words, you're not going to put it off any longer.
That's
You're going to try to make it right now. Famous pairs. Answer this correctly, Mark. You'll pick up $900. Added to your prior winnings, your grand total would then go to $7,800. Here's your question on famous pairs. According to the Old Testament, this beautiful woman was still married when she was seduced by King David. David then had her husband killed and married her himself. For Tic Tac Dough and $7,800, name this biblical beauty. Time's up. Bathsheba. Bathsheba. Ron saved by Bathsheba and the Bible. That whole category. Famous pairs. It may come up again a little later. $700 still remaining in the pot. Let's move the categories around, and Ron, we get right back to you.
I'd like TV roles to block, Wing.
Okay, for a block, TV roles, the subject. Actor Ted Bessel starred as Don Hollinger, and Marlo Thomas was Anne Marie in this popular television series about an aspiring actress in New York. To block Mark, name it.
That girl.
Right, good for a block. Put a no there. Let's shuffle the categories around for another $200 per pop, and that takes it up to $900. Mark.
Well, for the block, I'm going to try zoology again.
You did all right in that subject first time around, Mark. This time you're trying to block Ron, so you're on the defensive. According to the Bible, the 8th plague of Egypt. I beg your pardon. Yeah, let me start over again. See if I can get it right. According to the Bible, the 8th plague of Egypt was a vast swarm of these insects. They are notorious for the damage they do to crops all over the world. For a block, name the insect.
Locust.
Yes, that's right, for a block. So we got a double block going, one for each of you, $1,100 in the pot. 4 boxes left on the board. Let's shuffle the categories and move it back over to Ron Morris. Ron, you're in the driver's seat. Where would you like to move?
I'll try TV roles again, Wink.
Again, in the category TV roles, Ron, on the long-running show My Three Sons, which veteran actor starred as the father?
Fred McMurray.
Right. Put another O on that board, and another $200 in the pot. Now, we have 3 boxes left on the board, and the categories, obviously, that show up could decide the outcome of the game. We're going to find out if that happens right after we take this commercial break. Mark, so to speak, you've put 2 opponents under your belt already, defeat 3 more for a total of 5, and win one of these. Tell them, Bob.
It's a brand new car! Buick Century 2-door coupe, the mid-sized personal luxury car with a spacious, comfortable interior and classic exterior. The Century 2-door coupe by Buick. In addition, Rain Dance Car Wax lasts longer than the leading car waxes. Water beating proves it. DuPont guarantees it. Now back to you, Wink.
All right, Robert, thank you very much. 3 boxes left on the board. And the subjects that appear in these boxes could well decide the outcome of this game. Let's shuffle. $1,300 in the pot. Mark.
Let's go to block with foreign authors on the left.
Answer this question correctly on foreign authors, and you'll block Ron. Mark, French playwright Edmond Rostand depicted this romantic French hero as a swordsman whose quick wit compensated for his rather long nose. For a block, name him.
Cyrano de Bergerac.
Right, for a block. Excellent. Put an X there. Another $200 in the pot. We're down to 2 boxes. The categories that'll appear in they will determine if we have a tie. Let's shuffle. Boxing and foreign authors, $1,500 in the pot. Ron, select.
I'm going to block, Wink, with boxing.
Top left-hand corner of the board, the subject is boxing. Ron, if you answer this correctly, we'll have a tie game. In 1882, this famous American boxer, who was nicknamed the Boston Strong Boy and the Great John L., claimed the World Bare Knuckle Boxing Championship. For a tie game, name him.
Sullivan.
Yes, John L. Sullivan, we have a tie game. And we have $1,700 in the pot. So you guys have put those subjects to rest. Now we're going to show you 9 new categories on our big board, and we'll play a brand new game, starting with a pot at $1,700. Take a look. Comedy movies, Toms and Tims, Washington, D.C. Second jobs, France. Male singers, numero uno, faces, and secret category. That could be any category at all. And, of course, the correct answer on a secret category automatically doubles the pot. All righty, Mark.
Let us start in the upper left-hand corner with comedy movies.
And we start with a pot of $1,700. Mark, here's the question on comedy movies. Name the zany star of such comedy films as Cinderfella, The Geisha Boy, and The Disorderly Orderly.
Oh, that could only be Jerry Lewis.
You're right. Only Jerry Lewis, the one and only. Put an X there. Let's shuffle. We now have $1,900 in the pot. Ron, this would be a good day's work for you, wouldn't it?
Well, it would be.
All right.
I know a little Spanish, so let me try numero uno.
Numero uno, all right, in the center of the board. It's worth $300 to the pot, Ron. We always give you a little extra time on the answers to the center box because they are a little harder. Both the largest bay in the world and the largest gulf in the world are located off the Northern American continent. First, I want you to name the gulf, which lies to the south of Texas, and then name the bay, which is Canada's great landlocked sea. Here's your extra time. Ron, name the gulf which lies to the south of Texas.
The Gulf of Mexico.
That's right. To complete your answer, name the bay, which is Canada's great landlocked sea.
Hudson.
Right! Hudson Bay. Very good. So we put an O there, $300 in the pot, and shuffle the categories around again and move back to Mark. Don't want to put any pressure on you, but you're now playing for $2,200, and that goes up with every correct answer. Mark, what would you like?
Well, it did me well before, so let's try comedy movies in the upper right again.
Again in that category, in various films, this English comedy group has searched for the Holy Grail, given us something completely different, and in 1979 told us about the life of Brian. Name the group.
Not to mention their TV show, Monty Python.
Right, the Flying Circus of Monty Python. Put an X there. Let's shuffle again. Another 200 in the pot. Takes it to $2,400. Stakes getting higher, Ron.
Wink, I'd like to block with male singers.
Answer this and you'll do that. For a block, Ron, one of the members of this group dresses as an Indian chief, one as a construction worker, and one as a cowboy. Their hits include San Francisco and YMCA. To block Mark, name the group.
The Village People.
Right, you are a rock fan, aren't you? The Village People. Put it over there. Let's shuffle the categories around on the board once again. $2,600 in the pot now, Mark.
Well, I'll have to go to block Ron with Toms and Tims.
Okay, he did very well in that category of male singers, even though it was rock. Now let's see how you can do with Toms and Tims to block Ron. Mark, this comedian named Tim was a regular on television's popular Carol Burnett show. He's also appeared in the films The Apple Dumpling Gang and The World's Greatest Athlete. For a block, name him.
Conway.
Yes, that's right, for a block. Put an X there. 4 boxes left on the board now, and then there were 4. Let's shuffle and see what subjects appear in those boxes.
I'd like faces, Wink.
Faces over there in the right center. Ron, take a look at this picture, please. This is the happy face of a Grammy Award-winning country singer. Name him.
Kenny Rogers.
Right. Another O goes on the board, another $200 in the pot. And then there were 3 boxes left. Let's shuffle. $3,000 is what you're playing for now, gentlemen. Mark?
Well, for the block, I'll go with secret category.
The secret category, Mark, is biblical quotes. Answer this question correctly, and the pot will double to $6,000. Here's the question. According to a famous biblical quote about unwise judgments, Jesus advised his disciples that these jewels should never be cast before swine. To make that pot $6,000 and to block Ron, name the jewels.
Pearls.
Yes, for a block. Very good. And the pot is now worth $6,000. And we're down to 2 boxes, the categories that'll appear, and then we'll determine if we have a second tie between you, Mark, and you, Ron. Let's shuffle. Washington, D.C. and faces. Ron?
I'll go for a block with Washington, D.C.
Answer this question in the lower left-hand corner of the board on Washington, D.C., and we'll have a second tie. Here's the question. One of the most popular exhibits in Washington's Library of Congress is the nearly complete collection of this famous photographer's Civil War photos. For a tie game, name this photographer.
Brady.
Yes, we have a tie. Matthew Brady. It's a second tie game between Mark Leinwand and Ron Morris. We now have $6,200 in the pot, and we're going to take a break, and then we'll be back with more of Tic Tac Dough.
Some of our departing contestants will receive custom blended DuPont Lucide paint available in over 1,000 fashion-right colors for long-lasting beauty inside or outside your home. Also, new Fresh Break, 100% fresh air refresher. Get Fresh Break and pop a pack of freshness in car, camper, van, or home. Plus, Tony's Pizza, the well-rounded meal. Zesty sauce, mouth-watering mushrooms, meat, cheery cheeses. Tony's, the Pizza Cravers Pizza. Now, back to you, Wink.
Mark, if you just won that $6,200 up there as we begin this game, that would almost double what you've already won, which is $6,900. And Ron, that amount of money right there would look pretty good on your side of the ledger, too, wouldn't it?
It really would, Wink.
Let's get this game underway now. These are the subjects you're going to be dealing with as I ask you these questions. The questions will be built around famous actors, rivers, men of ideas, numbers, mythology, animal stars, foreign words, comic strips, and anatomy. Mark, if you will be so kind.
Okay, I think I'd like to start in the upper left-hand corner with famous actors.
Here's your question in that category, Mark. This tough, sexy actor began his career in movies like The Blob before reaching superstar status with the films Papillon and The Great Escape. Name him.
Steve McQueen.
Yes, that's right. Put an X there and let's shuffle them around. Let's keep this game going at a rapid pace with $6,400 in the pot, Ron.
I'll try famous actors, Wink.
Famous actors in the center, worth $300 to the pot. It's a two-parter. Listen carefully. He was the first actor to win an Oscar for a musical performance. The film was Yankee Doodle Dandy. First, name him, and Ron, then name the songwriter he portrayed. And I'll give you a few seconds to dwell on that. Ron, he was the first actor to win an Oscar for a musical performance. The film was Yankee Doodle Dandy. Name him.
Cagney.
Yes. Name the songwriter Jimmy Cagney portrayed.
Cohan.
Yes, George M. Cohan for the center box. O goes there. Let's shuffle. $300 more in the pot. It's now up to $6,700 and growing. Mark.
Well, I think I'll try famous actors again in the lower left.
Again, third time in that category in this game. This dark-haired actor was once married to actress Barbra Streisand and became a superstar in his own right in such films as MASH, Little Murders, and California Split. Name him.
Elliot Gould.
Yes, that's right. And X goes there. Let's shuffle. Another $200 in the pot. $6,900. Ron?
Wink, I'll try to block with numbers.
Answer this question on numbers. You'll block Mark. One phrase meaning in a dangerous position comes from the game of pool and refers to a person being behind a certain numbered ball. For a block, name it.
8.
Yes, behind the 8 ball. Good for a block. Put it over there. Let's shuffle. $200 in the pot. Carries the pot's worth now to $7,100. Mark.
Well, Wink, for the block, at the risk of repeating myself, I'll go with famous actors.
He did it to you, now you try to do it to him. Mark. The actor who portrayed Moses in the film The Ten Commandments also portrayed the artist Michelangelo in the movie The Agony and the Ecstasy. To block Ron, name him.
Charlton Heston.
Yes, that's right, for another block. Put an X there. 4 boxes left on the board. $7,300 in cash in the pot as we shuffle. Ron?
Let me try foreign words.
Foreign words it's going to be, and this is the question in the category, Ron. First, take a look at this foreign word. A little help from this person might help you get by in France. What does this word mean?
Repeat the question,
Yeah,
please.
a little help from this person might help you get by in France. What does this word mean?
That means love. Sweetheart.
No, I can't accept it.
What I meant was my love. And paraphrase it is my sweetheart.
No, the actual meaning of the word as I have it here is friend. Friend. Friend is the word. So we still have 4 boxes left on the board, $7,300 remaining in the pot. Mark, select from these 4 subjects.
I will go with...
Yes, Mark?
I will go with famous actors.
Famous actors, bottom center. Here's your question, Mark. This actor became a star in the 1969 film Easy Rider and continued his box office appeal with a 1974 smash, Chinatown. Name him.
Jack Nicholson.
You got it. That's right. Put an X for famous actors. Another $200 in the pot. 3 boxes left, Ron. We're going to shuffle, select from these. Famous actors, comic strips, and numbers.
I'd like to block with numbers, Wink.
For a block on numbers, answer this, Ron. In the Bible, the number of days that Noah endured rain is the same as the number of days that Moses spent on Mount Sinai. For a block, what is this number?
40.
Yes. Good for a block. Put it over there. Another 200 in the pot. Takes it to $7,700. 2 boxes left, Mark, as we shuffle. Select.
It's a famous actor game for me here. That's what I'll go with.
It's been a famous actor game for you almost entirely this time, hasn't it? Gary Cooper won his first Oscar for his performance as a legendary World War I sergeant. Name the sergeant, and you name the film.
The sergeant was Sergeant York.
Yes, that's all you need. That's it, Sergeant York. So we put another $200 in the pot as we put an X there. $7,900 the worth of the pot. 1 box left. The category that'll appear in it as we shuffle will decide if we have a third tie. Look. Numbers, the subject. And Ron, of course, it's up to you. Answer this, we'll have a tie game. A classic American folk song tells the story of an unhappy worker who loads tons of coal only to get another day older and deeper in debt. For a tie game, according to the song's title, how many tons did he load for a third tie?
13.
No, 16 tons. Another day older and deeper in debt. Famous hit for Tennessee Ernie Ford. All right, we still have $7,900 in the pot. One box left. Let's shuffle. Mark?
Well, this is a tough decision, Wink. I think that all things considered, I'll go with mythology.
Answer this correctly and you'll win $8,100 added to your prior winnings. Your grand total would be exactly $15,000. Mark, according to Greek mythology, the first mortal woman unleashed a plague of woes on the world when she opened a precious box given her by the gods. For a total of $15,000, name her.
Pandora.
Right for Tic Tac Dough. So, Mark, you are the winner, and you remain our champion with $15,000. We're going to take a commercial break, and then we'll be back. Ron, we have $500 for your two-tie games. You wanted to wear my hat, so I'm going to let you say goodbye with our hat on a Friday. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Some of our departing contestants.
Look who's winning on GSN.
I won.
We won, and you can too.
It's easy.
It's fun.
It's Bingo America.
We tried to go to a bingo hall, but we got thrown out.
Go to gsn.com
And print your own bingo cards.
We print out 10 cards per game.
Each. 10 for me, 10 for her.
Bingo America.
Mom, I got $50.
I'll take the 50.
Bingo America.
It pays to play.
Bingo America tonight.